Hi there everyone and welcome to TACLE Saturday. I am Sharon Sims, your host of TACLE Experts Casual Chats, weekly conversations showcasing life here in Australia. I'm joined today by my friend Jerry, and just before I have a quick chat to Jerry, I want to talk about the building that you can see behind us here. So we have behind us the Swan River, and the building that you can see is the old Swan Brewery site, and it's a heritage listed site. So if you're able to have a look at it, you will actually notice that there are some original buildings as well as newer constructions. And so the older buildings are actually heritage listed, which means they cannot be destroyed or altered too much, so they will remain in place. And the Swan Brewery is actually constructed on a sacred Aboriginal site, and it does have very specific cultural significance, and that's also why it's heritage listed. So it's a beautiful site. So if you ever come to Perth, you should really visit it. It's got an amazing restaurant in there as well. So Saturdays, our casual chats, we just have a bit of a chat to our lovely friends that have agreed to join us here, and as I said, we show you a little bit of life here in Australia, but specifically Perth at the moment. Jerry, thank you for being here on this beautiful winter's day here in Perth. The weather's absolutely amazing, but before we talk about that, can you tell me a little bit about your journey from China to Australia?
So, my name is Jerry, and I've migrated to Australia at the age of 6 when my parents decided to immigrate over. So since then, I've studied in primary school for 3 years, and then I did the entirety of high school and 5 years of uni. So at the moment, my field, I'm specializing in marketing and photography, and I currently have a business with a friend that we're both invested in at the moment.
And can you talk a little bit about the business at all?
The business, it revolves around digital marketing and a lot of photography and videography. So our goal is to help small businesses, especially in this current hard times, so I think right now we're just picking up, and I think there's quite a bright future for us.
And is that business related to your field of study? You said you spent 5 years at university.
That's right, yes. Well, I initially started uni doing geology and finance, which I both disliked because it wasn't for me, and I didn't know what I liked when I first got into uni. So in the second year I changed to marketing, and I think I really found my flow there, and I found a voice in marketing. So that's why I've decided to devote my time to marketing and the creative industries, such as photography and videography, in that particular field after uni.
Okay. And can you share a little bit about your views of Australia? You came here as a child, so it was probably not your choice, but have you grown to love the place? Tell us
Definitely,
a little bit about that.
Definitely. Australia, specifically Perth, is an amazing place. Beautiful scenery, awesome people, and I had a good upbringing here. Yeah, obviously it took me a while to assimilate, to certain cultures and the way that people do things here. But obviously I got around, I got used to the place, and I've been living here for the last 16, almost 17 years now, and I absolutely love it here. Yes.
And you plan to stay here?
Well, seeing that I lived most of my life here, I think that's the plan for now. I mean, I might go traveling, and obviously I still go traveling before the pandemic started, but I do plan to move around, before I turn 27, 28, so that I can actually see what other places are like. But ultimately I do want to settle in Australia.
Yeah, sure. And look, Aussie land is an amazing place. It's got beautiful scenery. There's so much to see. But Aussies typically are quite voracious travellers, aren't they?
That's right. And I think I've developed that culture of going around, travelling, and trying different places and having different experiences, I guess. Yeah.
And can you tell me what you like specifically about life in Australia? I mean, I'm not sure how much you can remember of your life back home in China, but what is it that you love about being here?
I mean, life in China was pretty good as well. Even as a kid, I had really good memories.
Great.
But coming here, I think the best part is the environment. It's having all that open space, having this kind of scenery. It's always close by, and yeah, I think overall, and people are really friendly here, so I absolutely love it here.
Yeah. And the weather's amazing. I know I bang on about the weather quite a bit on these lives, but we're in the middle of winter here in Perth, and look, we're both in short sleeves. The sun's shining. It's absolutely amazing. And I think if you have a look around, people always talk about the weather that we have here in Australia.
That's right, yeah.
Maybe not so fabulous on the East Coast sometimes, but here in Perth, it's definitely the place to be weather-wise.
Definitely, yeah.
Anything else that you like specifically about being here? Tell me a little bit maybe about your education journey. Was
My
that
education
easy?
journey-
I know you mentioned that you changed. But...
I think the hardest part is English.
Okay.
But I was quick. I would like to think I was quick to adapt. Obviously, I was 6 years old when I first moved here, and English has been a struggle for me for the first year of studying here. But after that, I started picking up the flow of things, and there's so many resources here that actually help you with your English learning abilities. I started not knowing a single word, and within a year I had, I would say, functional English, maybe not proficient, but functional. And that was enough to get me, through high school. And obviously in uni, I think my English improved a lot there. And there's definitely people and the right places to help you, especially if you struggle with English. So overall, I mean, I've gone through, because my parents moved house when I first came here a few times, I've gone through about 3 primary schools and 2 high schools. So I've been moving around a lot, but it's easy to adapt, So.
And you certainly sound like an Aussie now.
Oh, thank you so much.
Speaking of sounding like an Aussie, we had a bit of a chat earlier, and there is a particular Aussie saying, and as you guys who are regular viewers know, I do like to challenge you a little bit with some of the Aussie vernacular here. So we were having a bit of a chat, and you liked the terminology "she'll be right, mate." So can you tell me a little bit about that? What does that mean?
So what it means is that everything will be okay. It's a very casual slang to show optimism for the future, and I think I like that a lot, and it shows a lot. It shows a lot of the relaxed attitude of people here.
Definitely. We are definitely relaxed here, and you're right. If you're asked a question, if you're asked to do something, if somebody's worried about something, the way that most Aussies respond is, "She'll be right, mate."
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here and chatting with me, and thank you for joining me in such a beautiful, iconic Perth location. As always, guys, feel free to comment on the video. You can connect with us through our social media pages. So we have TikTok. I'm not really au fait on TikTok, but we have a TikTok account. You can connect with us on our Instagram. You can also connect with us through our Facebook. You can connect with us on our website, www.tacle.com.au, and tackle is TACLE, so www.tackle.com.au. You can email us at admin@tackle.com.au. As I always mention, we come to you live a number of times a week. We will be coming to you more, but at the moment our regulars are Tackle Tuesday with our Tackle Talks focused on mental health. Thursday we have Tackle Thursday, which is our Tackle Experts, where we provide you with information and guidance. And of course, one of my favourites, Tackle Saturday, which is our Tackle Experts Casual Chats. So we get to show you a little bit of life here in Perth and Australia. So thank you once again, Jerry. It's been lovely being here today, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye for now. Hooroo.